Hello to all my friends out there. I bought these lovely sunglasses at Marshall's for $8. I bought one pair for me, one pair for my daughter-in-law. And I thought, wow, you know, I'm going to swing by there and see if I can get some more for only $8. And minimizing no duplicates. Oh, I'm doing the best I can with my maximizing personality. Some of you might be wondering, why do you do this channel? What is this big deal about the stockpiling? Well, when I was going to the self-help group, this is what started it. This guy got bit by a brown recluse spider, and it almost killed him, and he was in the hospital. That was a nightmare. But the nightmare began when he got home, and his hungry kids said, "Dad, when will we get some food?" And he said, well, I guess next time I get paid. And here he was, still pretty sick with the brown recluse spider bite. A lot of times people in self-help groups have all kinds of problems, not just getting hurt at work, and one of the worst things is hungry children. So I just found out about this, you guys. Walmart and Walmart Foundation No Hungry Kids. So if anyone knows how to, I heard it, they were running an ad in the store. So if any of you know how to access this Walmart food, let my followers know under the comments. So at that time, I started researching where to get food for free, and it turns out the church we were going to, the meeting to, had free food every week, and here his kids were starving. And I found a good dentist in Tacati and free medical. We have clinics all over town, so a lot of times all you have to do is just research stuff. So I was doing my walking. I'm up here, I'm starting to get hungry, so I thought, why don't you buy a little food at Walmart and have a little meal in your car? So let's see, what did I do? $3.29. I bought, oh wait, what did I throw then? I need this. I bought one pecan pie, so that gives you a little nuts, 50 cents. I bought these cheese dip sticks. You get two for $1.08. So I'm gonna have one of those. I bought one can of pork and beans. I usually just eat those out of the can, or else I put hot dogs in them. I bought one can of Vienna sausages. I'm gonna eat those right now in my car. Try not to make a mess. So I'm not going to be suffering. Also, you know, and then I bought one can of tuna, and I just eat that out of the can too. And then I have a little box of cutlery with some forks in it, but it's holding my phone. You guys, I don't have a very sophisticated setup here. So the Vienna sausages are hard to get out without a fork. But I do have forks in the car. Oh, these look good. So when you stockpile this stuff, every now and then, less chance you're going to run out of food, which is the whole idea. A couple times I donated the food at the self-help groups, but almost all the self-help groups, the churches that host them, provide food. But I would like to find out about this Walmart Foundation. So if any of you knows how families with food insecurities can get the food, can you let us know under comments? Okay, we're watching for 5 things. Weather, dangerous weather. Plagues, like the illness. Pestilence, like insects. And don't forget spiders. Spiders can take over. And don't forget, I still haven't found any. If you ever get a spider bite, like the brown recluse spider bite, you put medicinal charcoal, you mix it with water and put it on the bite. I learned that at the Adventist church. Famine and war. Weather, plagues, pestilence, famine, and war. And so what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, everything I do, I want to prevent famine in my house. So the things that I might really need are meat, cheese, milk, bread, fruit and vegetables, beans, rice, and potatoes. Chances are, if you go to the Dollar Tree and you buy one of these and you eat them, that meal I made last night was good, you guys. Okay, so now, at night I watch videos all night because I work at home. I'm going to be doing crafts too. So, one of the most basic things is separation of church and state. That means the church doesn't start interfering with the government, and the government doesn't start interfering with the church. And that keeps us safe from all kinds of tyrannical stuff. That is basic. And the other thing I'm seeing is borders and territories. My ex-husband almost got himself killed in a border war, Vietnam. And so borders are very important. So when we see these breaching of borders and disregard for sovereign states and countries, that is not good. I mean, that is like one of the most basic, this is my country, this is your country. Okay, so now what we're seeing is we're seeing disregard for law and rules. Okay, with these people, the rules going their way is very important, but the rules coming our way is not important. Also lying, that is very bad too. Okay, so now, also, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness should not be impeded. That is very bad too. Okay, so now, why is the separation of church and state so important? Okay, we have the World Council of Churches now. And so why that is maybe not going to be effective is possibly the most powerful church is going to bear the most sway. In fact, all the smaller churches are going to have to get along with them, and everyone's going to be a big happy family. And then there's the League of Nations. The League of Nations is kind of like a cohesive world type government. And it's the same thing as the churches. That's why we see some great big country trying to grab control and power. And this blocking of the Suez Canal thing is not good either. We know it and they know it. So I don't know how the second blockage happened, but I will be researching into that because that's how our military vessels get through. Okay, so now one word about the League of Nations. I was watching this older lady, this black lady, and she was saying, all you young ladies should not be wearing so much makeup. And so she was talking about one time her sister was saying, well, where did all this makeup and fashion come from in the first place? Now, I am not, I don't agree with that. I think adornment is only normal. I went to churches that did not like jewelry. No. And also did not like cutting of hair. And I go traipsing in there. First of all, I didn't wear a dress. And second of all, I announced to them all that I was a hairdresser. That went over like a lead balloon. So anyway, okay, so where did all this fashion come from? That was her question. So they said, well, all the fashion and makeup and everything comes from Paris. And then I guess it was during a prayer. Well, where did Paris get it from? And they said, well, the devil. And I thought, well, I have heard of recent times that the devil will take a human and literally strip them of their beauty. For some reason, well, because it's theirs then, the demons. So anyway, the League of Nations originated in Paris. So where did the League of Nations originate, and where did, you could follow that. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying there is a bit of a correlation. Okay, so now there has been snows, heavy snows in Germany. And a lot of the evangelists are saying that their leader is empowered by the dragon. So I am interested to see what the dragon intends to do about the grand solar minimum. It's very bad when that snow, this is like year 2, maybe 3 of the grand solar minimum of 11. But we're going to be seeing these cold countries in the northern regions are going to be hard hit by the grand solar minimum. Now, we're lucky in America because we're a huge continent with the north and the south and the mid-range. Also, Saudi Arabia has had a huge surge of locusts. I was raised Mormon, and 100 years ago, locusts swarmed in, and when the locusts came, they would devour everything. So the people prayed to God for help, and seagulls came in and ate all the locusts. Well, if you've ever seen a massive locust surge, you know that was most likely probably a miracle. I was watching these videos, and they were these ladies, and they had gotten into the lesbian lifestyle, and at some point they were just distraught, and they cried out to God for help. And every time they cried out to God for help, they got it. They didn't necessarily turn away from their ways at that time, but they knew God had helped them. So don't ever forget that. Also, we're seeing this. One of the worst things I think I have ever seen was last week in Florida. A 12-year-old boy was raped and shot and dumped by the side of the road like garbage. That is clearly evil. These people are demonized, and they're walking amongst us. We have to be very careful about that. Okay, so this locust surge, so it would be locusts, it would be rats, it would be fleas, it would be spiders, it would be any kind of vermin, so they're very bad too. Okay, they're saying that within 5 years, small businesses, tons of small businesses are going to collapse. Most likely because people are not going to have enough spendable income to really support them. And also real estate. There will be some kind of reset. Okay, so I found out something. These cities in China, there's no people living in them. They're just huge structures and buildings of homes, like condos. Well, it turns out the Chinese like to invest in real estate. So they have invested in these properties. They have 2 and 3, and we see that here in America. And so they're taking all their spendable money and they're investing in this real estate. So what has to be done is we have to say, is there value to what I am investing in? Does it make any sense to invest in an empty city that no one lives in and they have 0 population? Now, we get immigrants all the time, and that helps us in so many ways. Okay, so now, say if we have some money to invest. Walmart is stable Mabel. Amazon, and now you can download Robinhood, and if all you have is $5 a week, invest it. Apple, because that is home to the 5G. Okay, why is the 5G so important? Because you can instantaneously transfer money around the world instantaneously. Kroger, because Kroger buys and sells an incredible amount of beef. So does Walmart, and so does McDonald's. And Pelotar. Now, why Pelotar? Why do I say Pelotar? Well, Pelotar is a dating collecting company, and the AI makes sense of the data. I mean, you know, it can take in this tremendous amount of data, and they were instrumental in finding Osama bin Laden. They had government contracts, and they just went public. So if all you can afford is $5 a week, considering Amazon, Walmart, Apple, Kroger, and Pelotar, you might not make I wouldn't suggest, I was studying buying on the dip in daily trading, and that is not easily done if you're inexperienced, because you have to be able to spot idiopathic behavior in the market. So you have to really know your markets. Even buying on the dip, you can lose your ass to. So, you guys, everybody stockpile food, little by little, be as cheap as you possibly can, watch your you-know-what, go to the food banks, go to the food pantries, go to the welfare department, if you need food stamps, stockpile food. That's going to help you more than anything. My people, when they damn near died coming from Missouri to Utah, it was nothing but bad. From ever after, they said, "Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this food in the name of Jesus Christ, amen." In our family, we're really grateful for food, because if you don't have any, it is so bad. Going back to the hungry children. And so this is quite a bit of food that I bought for $3. And always thank God if you have a roof over your head, a car to drive, clothes to cover your body, toilet paper to wipe your butt. I'll never get over that one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all.